Hello everyone, welcome to JSP Ambience Luxury. My name is Jane and I am the owner and creator of JSP Ambience Luxury. Let me remind you, our ladies, our mothers, girlfriend, girl child, grandmothers, great grandmothers, aunties, that we are the finest of all God's creation. It is a statement of fact. Today, let me talk a little bit about my book, Women's 10 Rules for a Happy Life. Women's 10 Rules for a Happy Life. This book is on Amazon.com. So one of the rules I talked about here, I have 10 rules here. One of the rules I talked about in this book is 1, never to date a broke man. Never to date a broke ass man. That's one of the rules I talked about in this book. So I have a lot of male friends that call me to reprimand me about teaching women or telling women not to date a broke man. So one of the questions I always ask the men, do you have a daughter? When they say yes, I ask them, would you allow your child to date a broke ass man? More often than not, this man will say, no, I will not want my child to date a broke man. My reply to them is, if you don't want your child to date a broke man, why is it okay for another man to allow his daughter to date you, a broke man? So I'm not just talking about a man being broke financially. I'm also talking about a man being broke mentally. A man who does not have a way forward for his life. A man who is at the age of 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, still living in his mama's basement, still playing video games, who doesn't want to achieve life, who doesn't want life to come into him, who doesn't want to go out there and make something happen for him and for his woman. This type of men are looking for a woman who has already achieved life, or a woman who is achieving life, so they can leech off of that person. I remember a lady telling me that, oh yeah, my boyfriend pays the gas and electric and the house is okay for me. I said to her, I asked her, I said, how much is your rent? She said her rent is almost $1,000, $1,000. So if your boyfriend only pays gas and electric and he lives in that house, doesn't it make sense that he contribute more? Or he doesn't have job to contribute more? Then my question is, why are you dating him? You see, some people like poverty. Some people are agents of poverty. Some people, their mentality haven't grown, haven't exceeded those of our forefathers that were before us. You know, if you are born in poverty, you're living in poverty, it doesn't even make sense that you want to achieve wealth, you want to achieve riches. That people that come into your life should be people who can elevate you to another level. Because I always say that if I am by myself, I am poor, that is fine. I'm striving, I'm doing stuff for myself, that is okay. But if I'm with somebody, I'm still suffering, I'm still going through hell, that is not okay. That is not just okay. So if a man is on his way to achieving life, if a man is going to school, if a man wants to be gainfully employed, then that is different. But when a man sits down in a woman's house, when a man sits down in the mama's basement playing video games, that is not okay. I said there is no broke man is knowingly deciding to live in bondage. I was once told by a broke man that I was the only option he had. I used to date somebody. I didn't know he was broke as hell. He was telling me his past life. When I started dating him, found out that he didn't have nothing. And it's not that he didn't have nothing. It's just that he didn't want to achieve anything. He was on EBT card. That was my first time of even ever seeing what EBT card looks like. Government assistant card. That was my first time of seeing what it looked like. Every time he was, Jane, could you help me? Jane, could you help me? Jane, could you help me? And I asked him, I said, you told me you have a job. You don't go to job. You don't have a... So the long story short, he told me, he's on EBT card. He's expecting a lump sum of money from the government. I should be patient with him. I said, I should be patient with you. For how long? how much is the government giving you? About $300 at the end of the month. I said, what is that going to help? It can't even help your own lifestyle. Talk less of helping me out. And if I have a need, how you going to come help me out? He was like, we're going to manage. I just don't want to manage with a man. I manage by myself. It makes sense that if a man comes to my life, he should be able to elevate something the same way I'm elevating something in his life. So when I told him the relationship was not going to work, he said, Jen, I was the only option he had. Come to understand that all his options were all exhausted. So when a broke man asks you to date him or marry him, you are the only person, you are the only option that he has. So stop saying, oh, he loves me. If he has a job, if he is gainfully employed, if he is making money, if he's getting off of his butt every morning and go to work, if that man dates you, guess what? He actually and truly loves you. Broke men, what they do is they are moving ready. They are quick to move into your house. They when they come with rules and regulations. They come to tell you must love them more than you love yourself. They tell you to work while they stay at home. They use your car to drop you off at work. They want you to love them more than you love your children, and you know how I feel about that. They tell you that you should work harder for the relationship to work. Their problems becomes your problem. I helped a broke man sign off a car. 2 weeks later, he crashed that car. When they come, their problems becomes your problem. You see, as a woman, we are nurturers. We are caretakers. We're trying to make sure, they are doing okay, they are doing good. But you see, it's not our job to help train a grown man. It's not our job to make a broke man have money, to get off his butt and go get a job. It's not our job. He should have already done that when he was living by himself, or when he was by himself. Broke people come with stress, because they make you feel you're not working hard enough for the relationship. That's what broke men make you do. So, ladies, if you love yourself, if you want to achieve life, don't date a broke man. A man who is emotionally broke. A man who is mentally broke. A man who is broke is plain wrong for you. If a man does not make you want him, if a man does not come to fill in the blank spaces in your life, don't forget that his behind is broke and broken, and you should not have anything to do with him. My book is on Amazon.com. I'm going to put the link in the description box below. Women's 10 Rules for a Happy Life. So our next rule, we're going to talk about it in my next video. So watch out for that. Women's 10 Rules for a Happy Life. Go support your girl. Don't forget that the Lord is the strength of a woman, and nobody is going to love you more than you love yourself. Take care of yourself, and please do take care of each other.